Hey guys, welcome back to Driven by Purpose. Guess what? We got a great guest. Chris is going to tell us about his moment, his special moment, early or recent now. It's either way early or recent that when something happened in your life that shifted, something had to shift inside you that gave you that sense of deeper purpose. But you've been in preparation and you think you're doing what you should be doing, but you're not doing what you want to do. All of a sudden you have that special moment and it happened. Did that happen recent or did that happen early on?
It happened for me. It happens all the time.
Really?
Yeah. You talk about the dream, our dream. I think about hope.
Interesting.
And I think hope is more than a 4-letter word. My moment was a breakthrough. First off, it's a breakdown. It starts with a breakdown. I talk about this all the time. You have to have a breakdown to have a breakthrough, right?
It's true. You got to.
You have to. You have to. And when you're in that pit of that breakdown, in the pits of it, when it's like, I give up. I'm not going to finish this thing, whatever it is, or I'm not going to get through it. There's a light bulb that clicks. Maybe for some people it is faith.
You know, we call it a light bulb, but it's a... Let me ask you this. How do you help people in business? You call it hope, you call it belief, but sometimes people hear it, but they don't understand. But when you start talking in like, what kind of friends you're hanging around? Do you go over that?
The community they serve in, friends, when we get older, I think friends take on a different meaning, right?
Yeah.
Business partners,
Right.
vendors, suppliers,
Right.
the community members, all these, there's all relationships. They're all relationship driven, right? I mean, business is relationships.
True.
Business is relationships.
That's all it is.
I think the dynamics of family and sport and business are all similar, the mechanics.
Yeah, and you're also talking about trust, aren't you?
Absolutely. Trust is huge.
Now, if you lose trust, how important is it to get trust back?
It's amazing. You work so hard to build trust.
Yeah.
And you can lose it again, like
Right.
that snap.
Right.
And the importance there is, I call it our North Star. What's our North Star? What's your purpose? What's the organization's purpose? What is the one thing? And when you mentioned that comment,
There's why. I mean, you got to find your why.
You got to find your why.
Yeah.
There's a great book on that.
It is. Why and who. Who do you know to find your why?
That's right. How do we work together to achieve that common North Star, that common purpose?
Yeah.
And with the family-owned businesses we serve, when there's strife and when there's challenges, when there's bickering, because there is, right?
Correct.
You have the owner-operator who's looking at maybe their partners that aren't doing any of the work, but getting the checks.
Okay.
There's some resentment.
There's resentment there. That's interesting you say that. How do you do what you do by having fun?
Build those relationships. Understand the people that you're looking at serving, that you want to help. Know why you want to help them outside of, in that case, of maybe a product or some sort of strategy. But really see that what you're offering, what you're putting together solves their problem. It reinforces their hope or
their why.
Or gives them hope.
Yeah. Where does the why come from now?
In here? Somewhere, sometimes up here, but it's messy. But once you get it with your heart, maybe it doesn't get any easier, but you get through the shit. Pardon my language. You get through the stuff.
No.
It helps you get through the ravine. The ravine.
Well, you're talking about growth now, your sessions of your growth. And how do you stay rooted to get your why back when you're going through that SHIT?
Yeah. Yeah. How do you use that? For me, I go back to, I think of my wife. I think of my kids. I think about challenges that I've seen them overcome. I mean, for my wife, we have 6 beautiful children. Giving birth, I have no idea what it's like, but I know it didn't look easy. It's a miracle. And if I'm in a physical position in sport or in athletics, and if I want to say, I'm going to give up.
Look how much pain your wife went through. Once you have that baby, there's no more pain.
It's nothing but magic. And diapers.
In diapers, and no sleep.
And no sleep.
Right, right. But 6 of them, wow, you went through a lot.
Yeah.
You lost a lot of sleep.
Yeah. I
You
wouldn't.
to become a good team member.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's another
Absolutely.
thing you talk about in business.
That's right.
Are you a good teammate?
That's right.
Are you a good blocker? Are you a good punter? Are you a good quarterback? Are you a good receiver? How could I help you? Who do I need to block and for you to get the recognition? The problem is people want the recognition. You said it earlier, and you're not getting it. That creates resentment. How do you get rid of that?
I find there's two things. One, it's being in the right position,
Okay.
right? As a father, there's a lot of positions I have to manage and control and task, right?
Right.
Be a utility guy, be around.
Yeah.
But there's things I'm not good at.
Okay.
And that's where I tell my wife, hey, I'm not good at this, this, and this. Or in business, hey, these are not my strengths. These are my weaknesses. Who can we find, to your comment earlier?
Well, do you bring that up?
In business, I bring it up.
You do? Why?
Yeah. Because I think from observation, there's things that you do and there's things that I do that we can't see in ourselves.
But I have a question about that.
Yeah.
That's a sensitive area.
Yeah.
Then someone's going to use that against you if you bring it up. Is there another way of saying it without saying it?
Well, trust is definitely
Okay.
the core, right? You have to have trust and mutual agreement. So asking for permission.
Agree to disagree, and you talked about it earlier, respect.
Respect, yeah.
Yeah. And when you have that, you can say certain things without saying the point in things of, hey, I'm weak in this area, and they're going to use that against you because you don't know where they're coming from.
True.
So you have to have the strength enough to have, and this is my opinion of talking to you because you have 6 kids. You're going to go to your wife and say to your wife, hey, I can't do what you do. You should never say that.
Right.
Right? She's got to believe you could do what she could do to give her the confidence. Something ever happens to me, you can take care of this.
Right.
And that's what you have to give your client.
And that's the process.
Right.
Getting into it. Right. There are things that I cannot do.
Right.
But I certainly know how to find them and get them done.
That's the answer. I mean, you just answer. You surround yourself with very strong people that you can go to get the answer. If you try to come up with the answer instead of saying, we're going to get to that, I could help. I know someone who could help us.
Right.
That gives confidence and respect. I think that's what you're saying.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, it does. And people don't understand how that works. That's how it works.
Yep.
And you don't have to be the best to be the best.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
You don't have to be the greatest to be the greatest. You don't have to be perfection. You don't have to have perfection. But one of the things I want to ask you, do you do the little things?
Yep.
Like making your bed or...
That's the first win of the day.
First win of the day.
The first win of the day.
Why is that?
It's one thing, there's so many things out of our control every day.
Right.
Right? The moment you get up, for me, there's 7 other people in the house.
Right.
A lot of things can go in a lot of different directions.
Yes.
But I can make my bed. It takes all but 7 seconds.
But you're helping the wife too.
I'm helping my wife, but I'm also, what I'm looking to instill on my kids is that there's a lot of things we can control. There's even more things we cannot control that'll happen to us. But if you can make your bed, brush your teeth, right? Get ready for school. The same things in business. If we can have our team meeting, understand what our North Star is, what are the 2 or 3 things that we can work on today to solve this next problem, everything else becomes second place.
It does. It's interesting you say it that way because I never thought of it that way, but it's so true because you're living by example. You're just not talking, you're doing it.
Do as I do.
And they do what you do.
Do as I do.
I'm going to be like Dad.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope they're much better versions of me, for sure.
Well, yeah, but you do that by living how you talk to your wife and how you behave, your behavior. Because you have a lot of kids. There's going to be moments where you can get angry.
Yes,
You know,
sure.
and you can get upset. So how do you handle that with a business that's got all this stuff in this box
Yep.
and the wife and the brother or whatever all involved, and they're angry? How do you uncover that? Say, no, wait a minute, relax. How do you do that?
I know exactly what to say.
Okay.
One, let's slow down.
Okay.
We know anger's an emotion,
Yes.
and we know emotions are awful advisors. When you take decision and add emotion to it, odds are very high you're going to make the wrong decision. Odds are very high you're going to make the wrong decision. And so when there's anger or hate or resentment, take a step back and let's refocus on what the problem is. What are we looking to solve? And what is our North Star?
Interesting. You keep saying a North Star. So what you're saying is someone still trying to find that North Star and their purpose. What is the question you wish someone had asked you earlier in your journey? Was there a question that you wanted them to ask you earlier in your journey?
You know, I think of when I started in my business 20 some years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. 21 years
Time
ago.
goes fast.
It goes by. And it's relentless.
Really?
Time, she doesn't care. She doesn't care.
No.
She doesn't care. She just keeps going. She doesn't ask you how you feel.
No.
She just keeps going.
Does that create resentment?
Not at all.
No.
I think that's the beauty of it.
Mhm.
That's the obstacle. That's the constraint we need
Mm-hmm.
to get things done, to create value, to solve problems, to do whatever your North Star
You
is.
said something that's important now. I
Okay.
don't know if you realize this, but you need encouragement too, and you need empowerment.
Yeah.
Where do you get that from?
My encouragement
Mm-hmm.
currently, my family.
Okay, the kids, the dog, the cat.
No. The kids. The kids.
How?
You know, you think about you made a comment earlier about mentoring,
Right.
right? And I think about mentoring. University of Illinois, we did a mentorship program that helped kids from more challenging home environments
Yeah.
get into different networks, different relationships, and so on and so forth. And the happiest day was equally the saddest day. The happiest day was when they graduated and went on. But that was the saddest day because I didn't have that direct one-on-one anymore. Now everything was by choice. Hey, if they called or if I called. With kids, I get that for 18, 19 years, God willing. I get to guide and mentor and see them through their personal little challenges, and they have resentment. They had resentment yesterday because one kid got a chocolate dipped ice cream cone, the other one didn't, and that became a problem. And these are how they navigate these small, trivial problems.
How do you handle that? That's interesting. As a dad.
Yeah. Well, for me yesterday, it was, hey, give me both the ice creams. I got both ice creams in my hand. I'm like, do you want this ice cream? Do you want this ice cream? Because I'll eat them both.
Yeah.
And they cut it back.
Oh, okay. Hey, it's called gratitude. Be happy what you have, not what you don't have.
Absolutely.
Now, if someone really wanted to get in touch with your company,
Yep.
how do they do that?
Yep. You can visit our website, prosperify.com. That's PROSPERIFI.com.
Mm-hmm.
There's a contact us there. I'm active on LinkedIn. Always open to a conversation, a problem-solving conversation.
I love it. Yeah.
In getting through, using purpose to get through, and getting through those tough challenges that come up in family business, the squabbles that get big. They get really big, right? Helping that business serve the family, serve the employees, their families, the community. Family businesses are the engine. They're the engine of the economic system. They're the engine of the economy. They're the engine of what holds the community together. If you can remove the squabbles, you can make great outcomes and support that family and community and so on and so forth.
Where do you think squabbles are important?
Absolutely, I think they are.
Yeah.
They are. Because they test that North Star.
Yeah.
They test that, that they build that resilience.
Yeah.
But the emotion just throws things off. Get rid of the emotion.
Boy, That's a hard thing to get rid of. I think that's why people should get in touch with you. You're authentic. You're real. You speak from your heart. I think that's the key. So I want to thank you for that.
It's sharing belief. The belief is real.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
It works.
So welcome back to a deeper purpose, brother.